Blessed Monday to you, all my sports to the bone people. Back at it again with another video. Thank you all for checking this one out. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. Now, I was doing some reading this morning, and I was also listening to Ian Bishop. And, Ian was basically saying that, listen, we cannot continue like this. Players averaging 20s and low 30s won't cut it. Was saying that we definitely need guys who are going to score runs. But he was also saying that he is not sure if the players that we have, they have the ability to really score these big runs against top teams. Well, CWI in their meeting that they did recently, they sent out some stuff that they have identified and how they plan on fixing them. Right? So a few of the things that Ian Bishop was talking about, CWI, they have already identified those and they have drafted the plans to fix them. But my question is, where have we heard this before? Where have we heard this before? It's not the first time we hear of some grand scheme and some grand plans to fix our cricket. And they are in a position, so they are always going to have to come up with something. But I don't know. One thing that Ian Bishop said that I really and truly agree with is that when our two fast bowlers, Joseph and Alzari, Shamar and Alzari, when those two guys are fit, and you put them with Jaden Seals and then probably one or so at the spinner, we can bowl out almost any team in the world, or basically any team. We can bowl out any team in the world, especially if we get a pitch that is pace bowling friendly, right? So I agree with that. But the issue of the guys not being able to bat and not being able to occupy the crease, right? Because when you look back at our 4-day championship, it's not as competitive. So when a man score a century under 50 and a 30 and a 40, he gets into the team. And if he doesn't get into the team, Massa, World War III, the people from his part of the world going to say, boy, look here, man score 100, man score 50, man score 30, man even score 15 and cannot get into the West Indies team. So CWI, they have identified the issues, and according to them, they have some working plans to fix everything. So some of the challenges that they identified, remember, we're talking about this strategy, Brian Lara, Sir Clive Lloyd, and all of these guys, they were they had people like Rastan Chase, Shea Hope, and a couple others. They were a part of this SAR1, and they were a part of this committee that had come together to identify the issues and how they are going to fix them. So they said the committee highlighted the critical challenges affecting the state of West Indies cricket. I am almost sure that a couple years ago when we didn't qualify for the T20 World Cup, they did something like that. And there's always, whenever something major happens, them always come and say them doing this. So they said the committee highlighted these issues, right? Declining quality of regional tournaments, technical, tactical, and mental skills deficiencies, underperforming franchise system, gaps in infrastructure and facilities, lack of specialist coaching support, limited ICC revenue share, and financial constraints, right? There's a fragmented player development pathways, inadequate fitness and conditioning standards. So people can just get in and play even if they're not to a certain standard. There's a fragmented player development pathways. And it's even going to get worse right now, because some of the guys that were coming from under 19 level, and you expect them to really go on and get some more. CWI, they are cutting back, they are scaling back, so I'm not too sure how they're going. Well, some people seem to believe that them scaling back will definitely help, right? Because they can focus on certain players. So I am no West Indies expert or no cricket expert. And these things that they identified, I don't know if they really... Obviously, they would have discussed more things, and these are the main points coming up. But I don't know that you need a committee to work for months and months or whatever to really come up with these things and their so-called solutions. So the immediate actions within 0 to 6 months. These are the things that they are going to do. Recruitment of specialist coaches. Recruitment of specialist coaches. So what does that mean? Does that mean that the coaches that we have, they are not good enough? Are they still going to be there as overseers, and then they bring in specialist coaches? You need a specialist batting coach, specialist bowling coach. So what's going to happen? Is it that the guys that are there, they will be relieved of their duties, or they are going to be the ones there overseeing the specialists? Are they going to be the non-specialist overseeing the specialist? I don't know. There's a recruitment of specialist coaches. An international proven batting coach will be hired to work across the system. To work across the system, you know. One, to work across the system. And a full-time sports psychologist, performance coach will join the senior men's team. They said the women's team role will also be upgraded to a full-time role. You don't say. There's a high-performance center project. A capital project proposal will be advanced, will be advised for state-of-the-art facility at Coolidge Cricket Ground, including modern nets gym, right, and rehabilitation infrastructure. They say accountability and standards. Franchise teams will now submit individual development plans and meet new minimum standards. Player fitness will be closely tracked, supported by a new regional fitness right, leaderboard is what they are saying. So they have a leaderboard to track and help with fitness. Which sounds good. So what's going to happen to the system that they just came through? Are they still working with the system that they just put in place? Remember, they have a computerized system that going to select players based on performance, you know. They say further actions, medium to long term. A national cricket development framework, unifying grassroots, school, academy, and high performance pathways. Right? Comprehensive franchise reform to ensure accountability for player development and consideration of alternative professional models. There's an establishment of standardized academies for ages 11 to 18 to feed into high performance program. Completion of high performance center in Antigua as the regional hub for elite development. They say greater focus on financial sustainability, including lobbying for equitable ICC revenue distribution and new partnerships with government, private entities, and philanthropists. Right, they say a structured membership framework concerning current and former West Indies players with emerging talent. So that is what they are saying, my viewers and subscribers. So apparently they have it all figured out. And, you know, it's just to put all of this in place. One of the issues that some of these things that they are talking about, they are really going to have to get them up and running. Find a way to get them up and running. You're going to probably have to do it without a lot of private people coming on board. Because I have said it several times. A lot of people don't really want their brands attached to things that are not doing too well. Right, so you might be able to attract sponsors once you start performing a certain way, once you start doing well. You understand? So, not saying it's impossible to attract certain sponsors, but we definitely need to pick up and get on top of things. You know, but as I said, it's not the first time I've heard things like these. So, you know, let us see, because it was a whole big committee this time. Past players, present players, and political aligned people that came to put this together. So probably it will have more meaning. So we shall see, my people. Big up.